Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about Death at a Funeral. And this movie came out in 2007 and is directed by Frank Oz. And this is not to be confused with the 2011 remake starring Chris Rock. This movie was what I wanted the 2010 version to be. It was funny, it had likable characters, something I could get attached to, and I was just into the presentation of this film more. And before I get further into this, I do want to mention Frank Oz for a second. I've seen one other movie that he directed, that being Little Shop of Horrors. And that movie, I should probably rewatch at some point, but I remember being alright. It didn't really connect with me a whole lot, but this one I connected to a lot better. And I thought the performances in this movie were really good. I really enjoyed the character Simon. He was a lot of fun, and just him being high the whole time, I just found that to be really entertaining. And this movie was very well paced. I never once felt the runtime. I didn't feel as though anything was being stretched out or just wasting my time. I was always with it. I just wanted to just stay in this environment because it's just uncomfortable, a dark comedy that just works for me. And I just love what everything is being brought to it. And it's just very entertaining for me. And I was laughing consistently throughout. That's always a good thing when you're watching a comedy, for sure. And it wasn't super boring to look at. That's another pro that I can give it. Not anything spectacular or mind-blowing or something super unique, but at the very least, enough to keep your attention throughout the whole thing. And I was into this movie from the opening credits, and there was just a little bit of animation going on that I found to be kind of funny, and that pretty much sets the tone of the whole thing. I just really connected with that, and there were plenty of memorable scenes in this film that I liked, and I was also kind of wondering possibly the reason why this movie moved as quickly as it did for me could have been because I knew where things were going, because I pretty much know the beats of the story. And if you've seen the one version, you've seen the other in terms of what beats are going to be hit as far as the plot is concerned. Because it's pretty much the same movie as the other one. But this one, I just feel as though it hits these beats a lot better and knows what it's trying to do and has an understanding of how to portray everything that's going on. And that's what makes it work about it. The only things that I don't really like about it is that there are a couple characters in this movie that I can do without, and there's just one stock sound effect that I noticed towards the end. I'm not going to say what it is, because if I were to say it, it might spoil something, but overall, those are my only real issues that I took away from it. And this is also just one of those movies where there's a problem going on, and it's basically just chaos from moment one, and it just keeps building and building and building and building, and that's to add to the comedy. But it never once feels as though there's too much in this film. It has just enough to keep you entertained, just enough for you to understand what's going on with each character, but it doesn't feel too bloated to where it feels confusing as to what we're supposed to be focusing on. It also had Ewan Bremer in this film as Justin. I thought he did a great job. I really love him in Trainspotting. Do check this movie out. I think it's really funny. Definitely watch this over the terrible 2010 version. And it's a fun experience overall, and I would definitely rewatch again. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Death at a Funeral from 2007 an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Death at a Funeral from 2007, and tell me which version you prefer, this one or the 2010 version. I think I made it clear as to which one I prefer, but anyways, let me know down below, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Twins. Never seen it before, so look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.